Okay, we're going to look at the just war theory. My phone is precariously balanced on a water bottle, so this could go horribly wrong. How do we go from this to this?
There must be war. God wills it!
How did we get from pacifism to crosses being emblazoned on shields? Well, actually, as the story goes, Christian symbols may have had a lot to do with it. Not the cross per se, but the Chi Rho. Now, early Christians, we believe, were strongly pacifist. They took Christ's message of turning the other cheek very literally and refused to fight back against their aggressors. Christians were persecuted throughout the Roman Empire and killed, but the new religion grew exponentially, a massive cultural movement within a very Roman world. And by the time the Emperor Constantine was crowned, by the time he was crowned emperor in York in 306, Christianity was a major movement. And what happened next shaped the course of Christianity forever. It's not often when we get an exact date, but on the 27th of October 312, on the eve of a battle to take full control of the Western Empire, Emperor Constantine had a dream. And it is said that in this dream it was a vision that led him to fight under the protection of the Christian God. He, and I quote Eusebius, delineated the heavenly sign on the shields of his soldiers. Constantine won the Battle of Milvian Bridge, and from there things developed quite quickly. He thanked God for his victory. He marched into Rome the very next day as the triumphant sole emperor of the Western Empire, and in 313 he issued the Edict of Milan with Licinius, who was the emperor of the East, and this made Christianity a tolerated and legalized religion within the Roman Empire. So this changed things completely. In 325, you had the Council of Nicaea come along, which ratified Christian beliefs. And by the end of the 4th century, the Roman Empire was a Christian empire, which in itself raised a problem. How can you have a military nation be one with a pacifist religion? Those two things just don't add up. So enter St. Augustine of Hippo. He was a Catholic theologian, and really he was the first one to assert that a person could be a soldier and a Christian at the same time. That was a question he wanted to answer. How could a good Christian serve the state by being a soldier when that meant killing people? And his answer comes from Romans 13 verse 4, which basically states that God gave the government the sword for good reason. Augustine said that waging war in the name of the government did not violate the commandment, thou shalt not kill. Jump forward 900 years and Thomas Aquinas comes along, who develops Augustine's argument further by laying out conditions under which a war could be just. And he made two clear distinctions, jus ad bellum and jus in bello. Jus ad bellum regards the conditions under which it is morally right to take up arms, and jus in bello are the rules of conduct once fighting is underway. So jus ad bellum is that war must be declared by a legally recognized authority, that the cause must be just, that the war must be fought with the intention of establishing good or eradicating evil. There must be a reasonable chance of success, and the war must be a last resort. And also, only sufficient force must be used, and civilians must not be involved at all. Jus in bello rules for engagement, if you will. So, example, treatment of prisoners and proportionality of firepower and weapons and things like that. So we end up in a situation where we go from this to this.
There must be war. God wills it!
Whether or not we still have Christian pacifists boils down to personal interpretation of Christian texts, I guess. But the just war theory that we have in the world today comes really from St. Augustine and St. Thomas Aquinas.